can we trust each other?
By the blade.
Following the recent news that Henry Cavill will be replaced by Liam Hemsworth after The Witcher's third season, it's easy to assume that the popular fantasy franchise could be on the decline. However, Netflix proves that there's still plenty of enjoyable stories to tell in author Andrzej Sapkowski's imaginative universe with its entertaining prequel miniseries, The Witcher: Blood Origin. Set 1,200 years prior to the adventures of Geralt of Rivia, Blood Origin packs a powerful punch with a captivating band of misfits wonderfully reminiscent of the Magnificent Seven. Blood Origin's story excels in its build-up to the conjunction of spheres and the creation of the first prototype Witcher more than the actual payoff in the end. Some of the story is hampered by the political machinations in the ancient city of Centrea, where the young Princess Merwin and lowborn sorcerer Balor conspire to obtain the ultimate power in the continent. While Mirren Mack and Lenny Henry deliver fine performances throughout, their characters lack the dynamism and development of our band of misfits. The seven outcasts and their respective adventures are definitely the highlight of Blood Origin, and are worth the watch alone. Each individual has their own unique backstory and personality to boot. It's only too bad we don't get to spend more than 4 episodes with them. The first 2 entries in the miniseries are mostly used to bring them together, with Lawrence O'Farrell's Fial and Sophia Brown's Ayala acting as the de facto leaders of the group. Michelle Yeoh brings a welcome bit of gravitas to the elfin swordmaster Scion. Yeoh continues her reign as an absolute badass in anything she's in, as she slices and dices her way through waves of the enemy's soldiers. In typical Witcher form, the action scenes are a joy to behold, with stellar fight choreography and plenty of blood. Action aside, the series makes superb use of Iceland's jaw-dropping scenery, transporting us to a fantasy land unlike any other. The excellent use of on-location set pieces with our heroes outshines the less interesting aspects of the story once it centers on what's happening in Centrea, where luscious landscapes are traded in for pre-built sets that look, well, like sets. Speaking of the visuals, the special effects, especially when it comes to the monsters, are not as polished as what we've seen in The Witcher or more recent high-budget fantasy series such as House of the Dragon or The Rings of Power. But while some of Blood Origin's creatures may lack some refinement in the VFX department, it's not enough to take you out of the series completely. Back to the Seven, one of the most unexpected and welcome surprises in Blood Origin is a fearsome dwarf called Meldoff, memorably played by Francesca Mills, who carries a mighty hammer she calls Gwen. Meldoff's backstory and reason for wanting revenge on the Golden Empire rivals any of her comrades, and Mills is just so damn funny and charming, her character could easily star in a spin-off series of her own. Blood Origin also offers some fun Easter eggs for fans of both the video games and books, with cameos and references to some notable names from Witcher lore. But as the show nears its end and the battle for power in the continent comes to a head with the Seven and the Golden Empire, the series starts to unravel a bit. While it's nice to have this entry in the Witcher universe to offer more context to why the conjunction of spheres happened and how the first Witcher came to be, it all feels very rushed in the final episode. While it's admirable for the creators to avoid overstaying their welcome, Blood Origin could have used a few more hours to bring the show to a satisfying conclusion. The Witcher: Blood Origin delivers an action-packed and memorable look into how the conjunction of spheres and creation of the first Witcher prototype came to be. While the villains and political storylines surrounding the Golden Empire are less interesting, the series is bolstered by its engaging band of misfits as they journey across the continent, kicking butt wherever they go. And though the special effects aren't on par with more recent big-budget fantasy series out there, the stellar use of Iceland's landscape as a backdrop for the continent more than makes up for the average-looking monsters. For more on Blood Origin, check out our interview with Michelle Yeoh about her character, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
This is the future under the Empire. We need to rise up!